Hello there. Hello, boys and girls. Let's see. Can you hear me all right? All right. Hey there, boys and girls. It's me, Mr. Tom of the Home Video Variety Show. Thank you for waiting that 2 minutes with us as we got everything together. I hope you guys are doing very well. Again, my name is Mr. Tom, and this is the Home Video Variety Show. In case you're just kind of watching this live stream and wondering what this is, we are a YouTube channel primarily, and we are here to entertain, educate, and encourage is what we like to do. And we make several videos that do just that. We want to entertain you guys with the best of things. You know, we made a folk music album this summer. We also make a lot of music learning videos, especially for those of you that do classical conversations. We are the channel to go to. So we hope you guys are doing well. We are broadcasting from Florida, where the sun has just come out just a couple of minutes ago. It feels like the sun has not been behind. The sun has been behind the clouds for a good 3 days now, 3 or 4 days, but we are glad to see the sunshine. I see it out there as I look, and it's a very wonderful and welcome sight. As you know, in Florida, in the Sunshine State, we are very much used to the sunshine. It happens when we get sunny days 365 days a year, it feels like. And we've had a very cold couple of days, even some snow in some parts of Florida. Boys and girls, if you are a Florida resident and you are watching this, do you have snow in your yard? We know that there is some parts of the Panhandle and up near the Tallahassee area in Pensacola that have gotten snow. And if you have gotten a bit of snow in your yard, I'm sure that it's very, very unusual and must be really neat. Must be very cold. Must be very cold. We are in the central part of Florida, and we did not get any snow here. No, we didn't. But as you saw 2 weeks ago, I had a live stream, and we were walking through a forest, and I was talking a little bit about some of the cold days of Florida from the past. But as you know, here in Florida, it typically does not snow. It typically, some of those scenes you saw of white building up on the ground and the snowflakes falling like a blizzard, that's not usually very common. Here in Florida, it stays kind of green and kind of brown throughout the winter time, and usually doesn't get terribly biting colds, but we do get a couple of nights that drop below freezing sometimes. Anyway, so here's a question for you, though, boys and girls. Maybe this is very appropriate. What is the coldest temperature you have ever felt in your life? Now, either you can write that down in the comments, or you can look over at your siblings next to you, or you can look at your parents. You can try to remember, like, what's the coldest you've ever felt in your life? Now, right, I don't mean you walked into the big open freezer at Costco, or stick your hand in the freezer at home. That's artificial. I mean, when was the weather the coldest for you ever in your lifetime that you know? I mean, what are you, if you're 7 or 8 years old, and I mean, you haven't had that many winters, but maybe for some of you that live up in Minnesota or South Dakota, I know I have some friends up there, and it does get really cold. Maybe for you boys and girls, the coldest you've ever been is today. That could be true also. Actually, I would say for myself, the coldest I've ever been. Now, even though I do live here in Florida, I didn't always live in Florida, and for a short time I did live in Wyoming. That's right, the cowboy state. And we lived there, and we were there for the winter time, and it certainly got very, very cold. And I was there on a contract work, so we only had one car, and I wanted that to stay with my wife and the children. So I took a bicycle to work, and it wasn't too far. It was about a mile from the housing that we had from where I worked. But I rode a bike, yes, through the winter in Wyoming. And the coldest morning we ever had, it was about negative 30 degrees, right around there. But with the wind chill, it was negative 60 degrees. That's right. And when I rode to work on the bicycle, I had a ski hat on and ski goggles and several layers and gloves. And so, but still, I remember, I think at one point taking the goggles off because I got foggy for some reason, that happens. And instantly I started to feel, just from my sweat, started to freeze into ice around my eyes. And that was scientifically fascinating and also very uncomfortable. So anyway, that's the coldest I've ever been and hope to ever will be in my life. I don't plan on spending another winter in Wyoming, but for those of you that do live up way in the north, you have my utmost respect. Speaking of layers of clothing to keep you warm, as you know, on this live stream today, we have two things we're going to do. One, we have a very announcement that I want to make to everybody. We oh wait, actually, you know what? I'm going to wait to tell you that announcement. I'm going to wait to tell you that announcement. Yes, but the other thing I want to tell you about, speaking of clothing, like I was saying, we are giving away a T-shirt today. Looks just like this one. It will. It has our. It. You could be a walking billboard for us. Thank you, boys and girls. Thank you. But if you are a fan of our channel and you love our music and you want to really look like a fan, today is your day. You will win a free T-shirt from us. We're doing a raffle, a giveaway. And what does it look like on here? If you scan that little QR code, that will put you in the drawing for it. You'll just submit your name and email address. And when we get all the email addresses, we'll sort them out and we will announce a winner. I'll talk about that a little bit more at the end. But that's basically throughout the broadcast today. If you want to scan the QR code, that puts you into the contest. Okay. I've covered those things. How would you like to hear from Grandpa? He's in the other room and he would like to tell you a couple of jokes. Alrighty, Grandpa, let's hear from you.
And I'm with my friend, Penelope. And we're gonna tell you a couple jokes. Well, actually, I'm gonna tell you a couple jokes, Penny. That's how it's gonna go. Alright, like this one. Like this first one. What is a knight's favorite fish? You know a knight in shining armor? What would be his favorite kind of fish? A swordfish. Get it, a swordfish. On guard. Okay, now what do you call, speaking of fish, what do you call a fish without an eye? What kind of fish is that? With no eye. It's a fish. Because there's no I in the word. You know, F-I-S-H. Instead it's F-S-H. Fish. You tried to say that. Fish. Okay, alright, how about this one? What's orange and sounds like a parrot? What's orange? It sounds like a carrot. Oh, very good, Penelope. Yes, it's a carrot. I know. Were you thinking of some kind of bird? Nope. It's a carrot. Okay, well, all joking aside, I would like to actually say a scripture verse, and this is from Daniel chapter 2, verses 21. Some of the events this week were making me think of this verse, and I thought it'd be a good one to share for all of you boys and girls. This is from the old book of Daniel, the Old Testament, chapter 2, verse 21. And he changes the times and the seasons. He removes kings and raises up kings. He gives wisdom to the wise and knowledge to those who have understanding. Yeah, that's pretty good. God is in control of all things. Yep, that's a good scripture verse to always know. Yeah, that's the great thing about the Bible. There's so many things to know. Hey, like this one. Penny, do you know how many animals Moses put on the ark? You know how many it was? It was 0! You know why? You know why? Because it wasn't Moses! Did you notice I said Moses? It was Noah! Noah put the animals on the ark. Alright, well, back to you, Mr. Tom. Goodbye!
Do that. Ooh, I hit the wrong button. That's right. No, I don't need to do another countdown. Thank you, Grandpa. Let's just delete that right now. Okay, we won't do another countdown again. Thank you, Grandpa, for that. So I hear from some of you watching in Colorado, you had -17 degrees. Ooh, that is cold. I'll tell you right now, currently in Florida, though I say that probably the sun has just come up, it's 40 degrees, or about 41 degrees here in Central Florida. And but when we first got up this morning, it was about 36 or 37, and to us that is the coldest. I mean, we had our heat on, you know, everybody was wearing multiple layers. That's a cold night for us. So -17. Wow, that is really cold. That is really, really cool. Hey, you want to know something cool? We recently became partners with this program called Kidpreneurs. And if you boys and girls are a kid who has all these ideas about starting a business, or you're pestering your parents, kind of like my kids do, about, hey dad, what's a way I can make money? How can I make money, mom? I know I'm just a kid, but I want to think of some ideas. I want to tell you, I want to show you Kidpreneurs Academy. Just let me tell you about them. They have this right now. They have this software that they're promoting that you can go through it, and you as kids, you can learn about entrepreneurship and how to start a business. They also, now they have this a gamified learning experience and such, something you can do on a screen. But I tell you what, also they also have a book here, 50 creative business ideas. So if you go to their website, let's see, do I have this here? Where do I have a link? Do I have a link? This one. All right, if you go to that link, you can learn a little bit more about Kidpreneurs. They offer a great variety of products that help you as a kid learn about business. Such as, here, wait, this is some of their business ideas. And so here, boys and girls, is just free things for you. If you're ever trying to figure out how I can make some money, you can make some money as a kid. You could, according to them here, you could run a pet service. Yes, you could. Maybe there's some older folks in your neighborhood who need to take their dog taken for a walk. Maybe you do that already as a volunteer thing. Well, that can help you train. And now maybe more people that you don't know very well, perhaps you can charge them a little bit of money, and you can go around your neighborhood walking dogs for people in your neighborhood. Or you can, or again, just or babysit pets or whatever. Pet sitting. I think that's something people do nowadays. Here's another of their business ideas. You could be an online seller. That's right. You might need some help from your parents a little bit on this, but there's a young man I know at my church that does this, and he buys things from garage sales. He's about 13, I think, but he buys things at garage sales, and then he takes pictures of them, he cleans them up, and then he sells them on eBay for more money. And he's been doing that, so that's something you could do if you're slightly internet savvy, maybe a little bit older. And then the final thing you could do is snow shoveling. Hey, there's some of you Floridians that maybe can make some money by clearing sidewalks. I actually did this growing up in New Jersey. I did make my brother and I made some money shoveling snow for some people down the street, down our neighbors. I think at the time, of course, that was the 1980s. So I think we made, I forget, we made about $10 the whole the whole winter, and that felt like an insane amount of money. Anyway, all right, so that's some neat things. That is some ideas for you boys and girls if you're interested. That's Kidpreneurs, and they help kids make up businesses. Anyway, but here we don't just love all that kind of stuff. We also love poetry. And right before I make our special announcement, I am going to have Jimmy here tell you a poem. Go ahead, Jimmy. There it is.
Here, a poem, Snow Fairies, by Isla Pascal Richardson. I watched a little snowflake come sailing from the sky. It played a joke on me when it fell right in my eye. Another little snowflake came dancing toward the south. It looked at me a minute, then it landed in my mouth. They seemed like little fairies upon a holiday, just out for fun and frolic, and asking me to play. That's Snow Fairies by Isla Pascal Richardson. Thanks for listening.
All right. Thank you, Jimmy. A very appropriate poem. Yes, Snow Fairies. That's a good one. All right. Well, boys and girls, I won't hold back any longer. Our special announcements that we have going on this week that I want to tell you about. In case you didn't know, last year we attended the Florida Homeschool Convention, the FPEA Florida Homeschool Convention. Well, this year we are going to be back again. Yes, we are. Woohoo! The 2025 Florida Homeschool Convention in Orlando, Florida, from May 22nd through the 24th. We will be there. We'll have a booth again, just like the way we did before, and you'll get to meet all the characters from our show, Jimmy, Grandpa, Freddie, any of them. You can meet Mr. Tom. Some of my children will be there, but we had such a great time last year, and we met people that, that knew our channel, but we met a lot of people that didn't know our channel, and we just got to interact with so many boys and girls from that little puppet stand we had, and we got to meet so many people. We even had, I think, Andrew Pudawa. I see on that photograph there. Jimmy had a conversation with Andrew Pudawa and a couple other high-profile people. I think Jimmy ended up getting interviewed by some Patriot channel or something, and I never saw the end video to that, or I didn't really see how that played out. But still, yeah, we had a lot of fun. So we're going to be back, and so again, that's in Florida. And if you ever wondered what it's like going to a homeschool convention, well, It's pretty cool. I mean, I've been to a few as an attendant where you spend a lot of time learning in seminars and you see all the people that you read about in books or on podcasts, and you actually get to see them in person. And so your mom or your dad, you get to visit all these places, but then you get to go to the exhibition hall, and you can meet all different vendors. And I don't have too much to sell, really. I mean, just a couple of T-shirts or something. But I'm mostly there just to kind of entertain in a way. And so we have a lot of children that come up. And so I would love to meet you if you are planning on attending this already. Then you be sure to look for our booth, because we will be back at the Florida Homeschool Convention. In fact, here I'll show you a little video. This is how last year went. I'll put that up there. Okay. Oh, that's me.
Hey everyone, we made it to the Florida Homeschool Convention. Yeah, look for us. We're here on the convention floor.
Hey, what do you call a flower that runs on electricity? A power plant.
Come on and sing with me now. A phrase is a group of words that does not contain both the subject and the verb. And may be used as a single part of each.
Really? Let's hear a joke.
Sentence part breeze.
What do you call a boomerang that doesn't come back? A stick. Thanks everyone for joining us at the FPEA Homeschool Convention this year. It was great to connect with so many.
All right. All right, I'll just stop it right there. That's actually a video we have on YouTube already. If you ever want to see that, that's something called our homeschool convention highlights. Anyway, so that will be back in Florida, and we're very excited. We really enjoyed it. It was great just getting to meet people, because often, here I have this interaction with you, boys and girls. It's a video format. You watch my videos, but I often don't get to see you or hear your stories. I'm more of a listener kind of person, and I really enjoy just listening to people, talk about themselves or talk about the things that are important to them. So it was wonderful for me to actually get to meet, my audience, because I usually don't see anyone. I'm just here in my house talking to a camera, but it's wonderful to get to meet all of you guys that I know. Anyway, without further ado, are you ready, Mr. Phil? All right. We are going to have some live music here, folks, boys and girls. So some of our classical conversation songs, I'm going to play drum. I haven't really practiced, but we're going to do it anyway. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Where are you? Let's see. I'll get that link. Ready? All right.
Hey there, boys and girls. Yes, we're coming to Florida.
Great.
I mean, we live in Florida all the time, but this time is a special time. Yeah. It's going to be really great. Of course, we'll have the same couple booths set up, and you can meet Jimmy and Grandpa just like we did before. And Mr. Tom will be there, and it's going to be just awesome. And I'm excited.
I'll be there
for everything. I actually also, if you'd like to go the further step,
you're flabbergasted.
We're going to be selling T-shirts and everything else. If you would ever like to help us continue to appear more at conventions and stuff, we would kindly ask if you would like to donate. Where we go? Do you want to put a link up there, Mr. Tom? Yes. If you would ever like to donate to the Home Video Variety Show on PayPal, you could do that. It would help us to continue to raise funds so we can show up at different conventions and continue to put out our music and continue to make videos and all that kind of stuff that we do here. We hope that you appreciate us enough to send us any amount. It would be very, very, very helpful. Anyway, so yeah, there, got that over with. Oh, what was neat? Did you catch our latest video? Well, not the latest video, but recently, just in the past couple of weeks, we put out one, and it was a background video. Mr. Tom, do you have the thing for that? Yes. Okay, 5 hours. That's right, a background music. 5 hours. I mean, that's forever long. The file was huge. I mean, it was like 34 gigs in size. Took forever to upload to YouTube. Took like 2.5 days. Anyway, in case you're wondering, boys and girls, how we came up with all of those songs, or all those different songs and different voices, it wasn't us. We took our music, we submitted it to somebody else, And I think they used a lot of AI tools. And originally, we were just going to use the files as sort of education for us as a group and as the home video variety show. We were just going to kind of be like, hey, how can we make our music sound, like this, or how could we reinvent this song? We were just looking for some creative tools, and we ended up but what we got out of the AI tools was a lot of really neat sounds and a lot of almost like, I actually like that version better than ours. I mean, I love our Ancient Africa, but their Ancient Africa was pretty good too. Anyway, so if you haven't had a chance to watch this video, again, you don't have to like stare at it. I mean, it never changes from the one scene. It's like Jimmy fishing and Grandpa playing a banjo or something, and there's a little campfire going. It's meant to be a background video. It's meant to be like a radio thing. You just put it on the background of your house, and it just continuously plays our original songs that we wrote and already put together. But again, another entity used some AI tools to make it sound like different artists and different styles did a remix of those. I don't think we're gonna do an album or anything like that. I don't. AI tools, children. I'm still just not sure. As an artist, I don't want everything to be artificial. I want it to be, all of us here, working to create music and not just, typing into
let's get singing.
a computer and thinking, oh, that's music. I'm a musician now. Definitely not. So we found it interesting and kind of fun. So anyways, you can check out that video and just realize that that was our music just reimagined. Anyway, but that's not what we're gonna do here, boys and girls. Not at all. And okay, hey, what's up? What's up? Thank you.
Hey everybody,
Mr. Tom.
Hey.
We are going to sing a couple of songs together, boys and girls. I want you to join us here as we're going to sing several of our songs from this cycle. If you are on Classical Conversations, if you know what that is, if that makes sense to you, and you know our music through that. I don't think we're going to do any folk songs. We're certainly not doing any Christmas songs or Advent songs.
Not today.
Though we had a really good time singing that. But yes, Mr. Tom, let us do, let's do a few. As a matter of fact, I wanted to start out with parts of the geosphere. I'm not even going to play this guitar, and you're not even going to play that drum.
No, I'm not.
And we are going to sing parts of the geosphere, okay? Do you remember how that one goes? Do you remember that? Someday we should write the lyrics up to what these songs are. But, someday.
We'll post it up there. Yeah, when we get that social media director, we'll work on that.
But maybe we could start here. What are some parts of the geosphere? What are some parts of the geosphere? Core, mantle, crust, hydrosphere, biosphere, atmosphere. Core, mantle, crust, hydrosphere, biosphere, atmosphere. What are some parts of the geosphere?
Are you alright there, Mr. Tom? Mr. Phil?
I'm okay, I'm alright. That song really, really chokes me up. It's really, such a fitting one. Anyway, okay. Let us sing, let's do Western Africa. Do you know where that is? Yeah, it's the
Western part of Africa.
Of Africa. Okay.
Not the eastern part, the western part.
Can I start that again?
Yeah. You didn't even count me in.
3,
Okay.
4. You know this one? We'll sing along. Atlantic Ocean, Sahara Desert, Senegal River, Niger River, Ivory Coast, Western Africa. Atlantic Ocean, Sahara Desert, Senegal River, Niger River, Ivory Coast, Sahara Desert.
not gonna mess up at all, and you'll be really impressed.
I
Yes,
believe
you
it
will.
when I
Mrs.
see
Falcon
it.
will be
I'll
very,
believe it when
very
I see
impressed.
it.
Let's see. Oh wait, here, let's throw that cape off. No more of you, guy. And
I
let's
really
do the
like-
liquid equivalent.
Okay, all right.
Eight fluid ounces equals 1 cup, and 2 cups equals 1 pint, and 2 pints equals 1 quart, and 4 quarts equals 1 gallon. 8 fluid ounces equals 1 cup, and 2 cups equals 1 pint, 2 pints equals 1 quart, and 4 quarts equals 1 gallon. 8 fluid ounces equals 1 cup, and 2 cups equals 1 pint, 2 pints equals 1 quart, and 4 quarts equals 1 gallon. All right. How about this one? How about this one? You know this one? You know compound
Not
versus
really.
prepositions?
Yeah.
See
Yeah.
if I know it. Compound prepositions. Compound prepositions. According to, in addition to, except for, in front of, out of, instead of. Compound prepositions. Compound prepositions. Compound prepositions. According to, in addition to, except for, in front of, out of, instead of. Compound prepositions. Compound prepositions. Compound prepositions. One more time. According to, in addition to, except for, in front of, out of, instead of. Compound prepositions. Compound prepositions. What are the major groups of invertebrates? What are the major groups of invertebrates? Sponges, lizards, and animals. Flatworms, roundworms, second worms, mollusks, sea stars, arthropods. What are the major groups of invertebrates? 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 Sponges, lizards, and animals. Flatworms, roundworms, second worms, mollusks, sea stars, arthropods. What are the major groups of invertebrates? What are the major groups of invertebrates? All right. I was trying to look for some non-exciting songs to kind of go into something, more quieter. But all I have are some exciting ones today. Boys and girls, it's been a long time since we've actually done the live show. And then also since we've had the live singing part where we're singing together.
Yeah.
It's been a couple of weeks since then, not since Christmas. And then before that, I don't even know. So it's just good to be back here. It's good. It makes me excited. It makes me want to sing about... Oh, I've got several here I'm looking at. Let's do
Leaf shapes.
leaf shapes.
Yeah.
What are some leaf shapes? Linear, overlobed, cleft scale like needle-like. What are some leaf shapes? Linear, overlobed, cleft scale like needle-like.
know, you ended it
Oh,
right when
wait,
I
no,
was,
that's not it.
right when I was
Here,
getting
here,
ready to
how
roll.
How about
Are you
Tokyo?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Japan.
Japan. All right.
Japan.
In case you're wondering.
Tokyo, Kyoto, Mount Fuji, Sea of Japan, Pacific Ocean. Tokyo, Kyoto, Mount Fuji, Sea of Japan, Pacific Ocean, Japan. Tokyo, Kyoto, Mount Fuji, Sea of Japan, Pacific Ocean. Tokyo, Kyoto, Mount Fuji, Sea of Japan, Pacific Ocean, Japan. Tokyo, Kyoto, Mount Fuji, Sea of Japan, Pacific Ocean. Tokyo, Kyoto, Mount Fuji, Sea of Japan, Pacific Ocean, Japan. Japan. Okay, one more time. Tokyo, Kyoto, Mount Fuji, Sea of Japan, Pacific Ocean. Tokyo, Kyoto, Mount Fuji, Sea of Japan, Pacific Ocean, Woo, what's that exciting? Okay, here's another exciting one. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay, all right. What are 3 kinds of rock? This one.
Okay.
I think you're playing Plant Systems. Oh, Plant Systems. Hi, mate. What are some plant systems? 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 Photosynthesis, respiration, transpiration. Photosynthesis, respiration, transpiration. What are some plant systems? What are some plant systems? Photosynthesis, respiration, transpiration. Photosynthesis, respiration, transpiration. Yeah. Photosynthesis, transpiration, respiration. Those are
Yeah.
not easy words.
No,
Boys and
no,
girls, if
they're
you're
not.
like 5 and 6 years old,
Yeah.
good job to you. You know, you're probably one of those smart kids that goes around telling your aunt and uncle and your grandparents all these big words, you know, and it's from CC songs, right?
Yeah, like the French Revolution
Okay,
one.
now this is what are 3 kinds of rock. Sorry, I messed up before.
Yeah,
it was
you know.
those are plant systems. This is what are 3 kinds of rock.
Okay.
All right, we got 2 more exciting songs, and then
Yeah.
I'm done because
Yeah.
man, we got a long time here. Yeah, that was it. 1, 2, 3, 4. What are 3 kinds of rock? 3 kinds of rock are sedimentary, metamorphic, igneous. What are 3 kinds of rock? 3 kinds of rock are sedimentary, metamorphic, thank you, boys and girls, for joining us on our musical portion of this live stream. May you guys have an awesome week. Mr. Tom, tell them about the t-shirt giveaway. Woo!
Yes, I will. All right. Sorry for my harmony there on linear equivalence. I'm gonna hate learning that later. All right. Hey, okay, so I heard that next week we will do some of Roman Empire. Yes, we will. And where else? What'd you tell me? Parts of the Sun. Yes. Okay. Thank you for those requests. Next week, right? We're gonna do those. Thank you. Thank you. Awesome. Well, okay, right, boys and girls, we are almost done with our broadcast here. There's two more things I want to tell you about. And that is, first of all, again, you can win a t-shirt. Click on this little QR code. Hopefully I'm pointing at it, I think anyway. There's a little a QR code, and that brings you to a form where you just submit your name, your parents' name and email address, and let us know. You could be like these wonderful people. Perhaps they look familiar to you. And they were our t-shirt winners last year. Well, yes, it was last year and last month. Look at the Christmas tree. You guys still have your Christmas tree up? I wonder. Remember Christmas? Oh, that was so long ago, right? It just feels like, it's just here and all around you, and then suddenly it's over. Anyway, so you could be like that wonderful family from Texas that won last month. People do win, but you could win a t-shirt looks just like this. Yes, your name. Don't worry, it's not just a general size. I'll actually email you personally and ask you, hey, what size would you like? But you have to enter the drawing. Just scan that QR code and you are in and good to go. Anyway, before I finish up entirely, of course, not just advertising ourselves and our music. We're just a passing facade, right? Just a breath. But I want to, again, always tell you about things that are wonderful, that will last a long time, things that are good and true and beautiful, such as this book, Owl Moon. And if you are not familiar with this book, well, you should be, because Owl Moon is a delightful book. And actually, I read it when I was a child, and now I'm grown up. That's debatable, but I am grown up now and still love reading this book to my children. I could actually probably just sit down and read it myself. And for those of you that are having a cold winter night, as even some of you in northern Florida are having a cold winter night with the snow on the ground, you could read a book like this, Owl Moon. It has wonderful, wonderful pictures and wonderful words in it. Words are a wonderful thing. I'm just going to tell you something. So anyway, read that book, find it at your local library. I just want to finish out talking about words. I know we just had this past Monday was the presidential inauguration. That's where we went from an old president to a new president. And it was also Martin Luther King Jr. Day as well. And it had me just thinking about all the speeches that were given and all the important people, politicians or historians, however we feel about them. We cannot take away from the value of well-spoken words and how words are powerful and how they change us. Obviously, the word of God changes us the most and transforms the world and our hearts, but it's just words. And so, boys and girls, I want you to be not a child that just wants to be entertained all the time or just desiring sugar and entertainment like many of us have just grown up doing now, but rather desiring to know and desiring to think and think critically and having good words. So surround yourself with good books when you're small. And then as you get older, I want you to get used to writing and reading, not just the books that are popular, but the books that are good. And you learn to write and you learn to think and you learn to use good words, because words are like powerful weapons, right? They're like swords. Anyway, so that is my final thoughts for today. I know this has been, what have we going for? 42 minutes now on this leg. So boys and girls, if it is a cold and wintry day for you in Georgia or North Carolina or somewhere else in the United States or here in Florida, I wish you a wonderful day indoors. Read a good book. Read a couple of good books. You'll probably do that all the time anyway. This is me, Mr. Tom, signing off. Thank you so much for joining us today. If you did, again, we look forward to seeing you. Next week, we'll have a live stream. We won't do a t-shirt giveaway, but we'll have a live stream next week. And of course, we'll see you this May at the Florida Homeschool Convention. All right, boys and girls, be blessed and take care. Have a wonderful weekend.